Right, new series alert. We're going to be doing reactions to everyone's meltdowns, unless you're a Man United fan. And today, I thought we'd start with Wolfie, since he's Ange out. Now, as you can see, if you want to go ahead, Forest Fan TV, this clip is going far, far beyond 15K by the time that I've recorded this right now. And bear in mind, I've seen a few minutes. I've seen 3 minutes, right? But the start's hilarious. The start's hilarious as it is. Smash the likes. I'm pretty sure we're going to hear Wolfie ramble on about how he was right or justified, or, just get the bingo card out and tick them along in the comments. But smash the likes, subscribe if you're brand new, of course. And yeah, let's get straight into it.
To catfish me, but I've been catfished.
Deep breaths. Right. Apparently he's been catfished. All right, anyways, let's play.
One half of football was enough to catfish me, but I've awoken and I'm going to embrace the dark side. Welcome to my match reaction.
Look at his eyes. There is no life in that man's eyes. He's been defeated. Yeah. Catfish because of one half of football. You know what's funny? When it came to Amorim, when he first got hired, this guy had everything to say. When it came to Ange and Tottenham, he had everything to say. Now, anyways, let me not even ruin it. Let's keep going.
Hi guys, hope you're doing well, or
sorry, I'm doing amazing. Thanks.
As well as you can be doing, and welcome to my post-match thoughts on Forest 2, Midtjylland 3.
Losing to Midtjylland.
And there's so much to talk about. I've had time to sit back, reflect, and think, and I got a few big home truths to share. So do me a big favor, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed as well if you are new. Today is the deadline for the giveaway with football prizes. It closes at 7:30 tonight. Go cheer yourself up with a ticket for 39p. Okay, I'm gonna approach this video not in a kicking off way or anything. I'm gonna try and be as objective and logical as I can be.
Because you've never been logical.
I feel like I've been fair with the manager. I've taken so much crap, so many cookings.
Remember, this is the same man that said I'm going to give him 10 games and the first 2 or 3 games don't count. Bear in mind, this is, I think maybe Ange's, in Wolfie's terms, 3rd or 4th game. This is what you call a hypocrite. So this is the abuse that he deserves.
From rival fan channels, from everyone that doesn't support Forest. To be honest, from some Forest supporters as well. I'm not going to lie, man. Like, how can you back this fraud, this clown, and all the other stuff? But I remained consistent in my objectivity towards him. I said that I will give him up to 10 games. A probation period.
Fair enough.
He needs to show me something. And I saw something in Real Betis. I saw beautiful football for 45 minutes. I saw chance after chance being created. But then you see mistakes. Then you see an own goal against Burnley. Then you see utter dross against Sunderland. And then you see what we saw yesterday. That setup was horrific. The back three, Murillo wasn't fit. Putting Murillo on the pitch for him to get injured 10 minutes later or whatever it was is an absolute red line. Playing a back three when he could have quite simply gone Nico Williams left back, Savona right back, Morato and Milenkovic as a back four. Why not do that?
We've been trying to tell him for a little while now. And you know what? I know if you're watching this, you're smiling just like me. This is therapeutic. Smash the likes if you're loving this.
I don't understand some of the decisions. And then I was so shocked. Go watch the player ratings if you haven't seen it. When it came to going through the subs after we'd rated the first 11, I was like, okay, So, what's his face? Savona comes on from Murillo. Right, let's see the other subs. And he comes up just saying Chris Wood. And I'm like, where's the other 3 subs? How can you not change the game when you are losing and bring some changes on? Bring on a Bakwa. Bring on...
Are we talking about Chris Wood that got like 19, 20 goals the last season that Wolfie was calling Chris Woodinho? Damn, how times have changed. You know, George and the rest of them have tried to warn him, even Sava.
I don't know, even chuck on Ryan Yates. I don't know, do something.
Yates.
Don't do nothing. I criticize Nuno so heavily for doing those kind of things. And I'm not going to let Ange get away with that.
You have done for the last few weeks.
And for me to be catfished for one half of football for Real Betis, I've awoken. I've become like Anakin. I'm moving over to the dark side. I'm officially Ange out. I think his time is done.
Did you hear that, people? By the way, he's officially Ange out. This is around, let me check the minute. On his video, 4 minutes and 27, 4 minutes and 25, he officially says Ange out. Beautiful words, but guess what? Apparently, he's staying until the next international break.
I think this is now on Marinakis to rewrite the correct course of this ship. Everyone makes mistakes. I'm even I make mistakes. I remember the other day I went to the loo. I forgot to flush the toilet. The missus kicked off at me. I rectified it. I went back to the loo, flushed it, apologized. All was forgiven.
Bullshit.
It's now time for Marinakis to press the flush button. Hold his hands up and say, my bad, and move on. And I have no problem with people making mistakes. It's how you rectify those mistakes. And when you look at the picture, in a way, we've been quite lucky. Why? Because these defeats have been spread out over competitions, and outside of the League Cup, they're all recoverable. It's not like we haven't won in 6 games in the league, or we haven't won in 6 games in the Europa League. They've been spread out. So a win or 2 here or there puts you back where you need to be. It's a quick, easy recovery to do. And I think Ange is a lovely guy. I really do.
I know a manager. I mean, if Ange has got till next break, I know a certain manager that's going to be getting sacked soon, Wolfie. You know, you've taken Tottenham's ex-manager. I mean, Man United might have one very soon for you. Don't you worry. The back 3 that you love so much can continue.
Nice guy and everything. I'm now starting to get pissed off with his post-match interview. The stuff Ant was saying the other day, looking at the floor, humble and all this shit. I don't know, it just triggered me. And when you hear the boos, and when you hear the fans singing Nuno's name, he's a dead man walking. He's a dead man walking. Now, how does this get rectified? It gets rectified quite easily. You sack him, you put an interim manager for the Newcastle game, and then you go and get Marco Silva. It's as simple as that. If you don't want Marco Silva, go and get Iriola from Boring Mouth. Those are the 2 that step in, and they take that progression. What I said, and you guys know, he wasn't my first choice, right? But I think I've been fair and open and honest about the time I've given him. Now,
no, you haven't.
I wanted a Marco Silva because I thought
Remember, one rule for us rival fans that don't support Forest, but another rule for the likes of Wolfie, who gets onto the likes of Maresca, Chelsea, Man United, also the likes of Spurs and so on. So, yeah, one rule for one person and another rule for him. So, yeah, this is what you call a narcissist.
Silva, like Nuno, like Steve Cooper was here in terms of low block. Nuno was here, counter-attack, kind of mid-block. Marco Silva, for me, is here, right? He
That
presses
doesn't-
well. His teams press well.
that doesn't
They're
explain
balanced.
much for
They
me,
can
mate.
counter-attack and they can do a bit of possession football. That for me was the logical next step in the kind of framework where Forest needed to be. And then if you wanted to get to Ange Ball, you're probably another 2 managers away from that in terms of the attacking progressive ladder of managers.
You know success what it smells like.
So this can be rectified so easily. Go get Marco Silva. He's already pissed off at Fulham. Everyone knows that. Iriola, just flash him. Just tell him, you know, our stadium holds about 600 times the amount that little bike shed does down in.
This guy said about going from here to there in terms of football and high lines and all this kind of stuff, but he wants to go for just criticizing Ange about the highest line, talking about Nuno's here and whoever's there, Steve Cooper, Mark Silva's here. So you don't know what you're talking about. Like when I'm thinking about it, if you're going to think of Iriola, that's not that far off Ange.
Bournemouth. And it's done and it's fixed and it's quite simple. Marinakis is going to have to hold the L. He's going to have to pay out whatever the severance package is on Ange's thing. It's within 30 days. Maybe it's like an Amazon thing where you can return to sender, you get a full refund because, you know, you can tick the box that says defected. So that could be an option for Marinakis as well, and everyone ends up, you know, not losing out on any money. But you could see in Ange's face, and I did feel a bit sorry for him because the questions were quite harsh in the post-match saying, did you hear the fans? Did you hear the fans? They don't like you, Ange. They don't want you here, Ange. And, you know, he could have shied away and said, no, I was focused on the game or what have you. He's like, no, I could hear him. I could hear him. And I felt for him a bit.
You know what? This guy is just waffling. This guy is just absolutely waffling. I could go towards the end of this video, but you know what, Wolfie? You're boring me. It's as simple as that. You are boring me. Look at your face. Have a long look at your own face. You got no life in your eyes. Your hair's a mess. Your t-shirt looks like it needs to be washed. You're boring me, mate. For every time someone says, I told you so, you don't want to hear it and you've always got an answer. But then when it comes to our clubs, you've got everything to say, right? How about this? Just say you're wrong. You was wrong from the very start and he was a bum and we all knew it. And you know what? How about we were right? You know what? Out of respect, I'm going to keep going in this video. I'm going to give it a few more minutes. You might give me something a little bit more insightful, but you deserve this more than anyone. And even Forest fans have been telling me as well. And the name is called Andy. There you go. A little bit of a appraisal for you. Look at him, man. You make me sick. You make me sick.
Yeah. And, you know, he needs to move on and kind of do his thing. And let's not forget, he's 60 years old as well, man. He doesn't need this kind of stress level at his age. I don't need this stress level at 23. It's getting too much. That 6-minute period in the first half was so freaking... I had the phone on speed dial to 999, man. They score, we score. All right, let's calm down. No. Let's go and concede another dead ball and give them another goal.
Should we hear his conclusion?
It's like, it's too... For me, is a line that he shouldn't have crossed. He should not have crossed it. We now look like a team who are playing set pieces like we did towards the end of Cooper's reign and the beginning of Nuno's reign. The organisation is gone. We went like 45, 50 different set pieces in a row without conceding a goal. I was calling them penalty corners yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone felt like it could go in. The organisation is gone. So I'm Ange out. How are you guys reacting now? Are you Ange in or Ange out?
Was this a rally cry? Like, was this a war? Like, was this a war cry or a rally cry? Whatever you want to call it. Oh, this guy makes me sick. Anyways, smash the likes. If you enjoyed that, yeah, you're feeling how I'm feeling. In a bit.